Welcome back to the channel, folks. Okay, today I had the opportunity to use some Behr Ultra paint on an exterior shed, and while I was painting that shed, I also had an opportunity to use some Valspar Season Plus paint from Lowe's, and it's just a small comparison. This is basically a Behr Ultra review, but I'm going to let you know how well the Valspar Season Plus stacked up against the Behr Ultra. So stay tuned and let's get into the review, and I'll show you what I liked and did not like about the Behr Ultra. Okay, we've used about, I don't know, almost 4 gallons of this Behr Ultra on this shed, and I've brushed it on. I'm painting my trim now. I brushed it, I've rolled it. I do kind of like how it goes on, especially with a brush. This is an old wore out brush I use because it's big, it holds a lot of paint, and it's good for just getting some paint on the trim. Rolling, it does okay rolling. I've used a lot worse for rolling, I gotta tell you that. The can says you should get between 250 and 400 square feet out of a gallon. We're getting right around 250. It's 24 foot long, 12 foot wide, 6.5 foot walls, and I was able to get some trim, get one side and part of the 12 foot wide end with 1 gallon. Now I was using an 1.25 inch nap because this is T111 and it has that groove, and we did pre-paint the grooves, but I still like to, you know, get as much as I can in there. So that may have played a big part in it, but right now this stuff is going on good. It does have good 1-coat coverage. I'm putting 2 coats because that's just, I put 2 coats on everything. And that coverage over there was, when I said we got the 24 foot side and part of the one end, that was pre-painting the grooves and rolling 1 coat. So like I said, we went through almost 4. This I'm on now is the 4th gallon for this shed. So anyway, I'll show you some other stuff here later on. So you're using Behr Ultra. You've used other paints. How do you like this paint compared to other paints? It's okay. Really? Just okay? Okay. Does it go on easier?
Yeah.
Is it more durable?
I don't know.
Good answer. That was a trick question. So there you have it. It's okay, and it goes on better than some other paints. That's durability, we don't know yet. Okay, I run out of the Ultra, Behr Ultra, and I run right down to Lowe's down the street and got some of this Valspar Season Plus in the same color, and you can really tell a difference. The Season Plus does not spread as easy or smooth as the Ultra. And it really likes to leave brush strokes. More so, the Ultra seem to be self-leveling, which I love in a paint. So I wouldn't get that kind of brush strokes out of the Ultra. Now, it is a little cooler today than it was the other day when I was using the Ultra. So that may have something to do with it, but still, the Season Flex stuff is, I'm not really crazy about it. Especially after I've been used to using this Ultra. I really like the Ultra. I just don't think that it has the coverage of some other exterior paints. Now granted, again, you got to remember, I'm painting, well, this is trim, but for the most part I was painting old school T111, so that's, you know, it does seem to go on good. It spreads good. I like that part. I wasn't getting the coverage that I thought I should out of the Ultra. Now maybe if I'd done some type of some smoother style siding or something like that, obviously I would have got more coverage. But you know, the T111, you can see all the, not only the grooves, but the panel itself is just rough, and so it's going to soak up paint. So as far as durability, it seems to be pretty durable. I put my ladder several times against it when it was hot. Didn't scratch it. The only place I scratched it is where the edges of my end of my ladder hit it, was up against it. There was no protection there. It was just a rough aluminum edge against it, and I scuffed it in a couple places there. But other than that, this stuff's been pretty tough, I have to say. So that's pretty much my thoughts on Behr Ultra exterior paint. And I learned something too. Stain blocker, paint primer. I learned something too. See that? The Home Depot stickers that they print, that code that fades. I don't know if they don't want you going to, like I did, to Lowe's and getting, you know, having somebody else run their paint code and match it or what. But our Lowe's matches paint very well, and as you can see, it looks good. This is wet, that's dry. So anyway, yeah, the Home Depot stickers, don't get them wet or your code will fade or wash off. So that's pretty much it. I would use this again for exterior surfaces. I just would. So I like it. I just wish I got a little bit better coverage out of it. So there you have it. Donald, we call it DIY Behr Ultra paint review. How's it cover? How's it paint? I liked it all except for the coverage, and I got it on the lower end of what they said. Of course, there again, I'm painting T111, which is horrible for soaking up paint. Even after it's been painted, and you paint it again, it's not a smooth surface, as you've seen before. You know, disregarding the grooves. I mean, they're a pain in themselves, but it's just a rough surface. It takes a lot of paint. So I'm sure if this was something different, it would have covered well. And now it's beginning to rain. Yippee. Donald, I'm out.